Chappell Roan returns to the stage after canceling music festival gig following backlash over not endorsing Kamala. Chappell Roan was back in her element on Tuesday night as she took the stage in Franklin, Tennessee, days after she abruptly canceled her All Things Go festival appearance out of concern for her health. The shock cancellation came amidst intense backlash over her not endorsing Kamala Harris in the high-stakes U.S. presidential election. The rising star, 26, whose struggle with fame was mocked on Saturday Night Live, delivered an electrifying performance for 7,500 lucky fans at the Firstbank Amphitheater. Roan exuded confidence in a sexy camouflage corset and ripped up fishnet stockings as she belted out her biggest hits. She kicked off her set wearing a ruffled camo print skirt that she later ripped off to reveal a pair of tiny shorts. Chappell Roan was back in her element on Tuesday night as she took the stage in Franklin, Tennessee, days after she abruptly canceled her All Things Go festival appearance out of concern for her health. The rising star, 26, whose struggle with fame was mocked on Saturday Night Live, delivered an electrifying set for 7,500 lucky fans at the Firstbank Amphitheater. Roan exuded confidence in a sexy camouflage corset and ripped up fishnet stockings as she belted out her biggest hits. She stomped around the colorfully lit stage in her go-to-black combat boots. For a glamorous touch, Roan slipped on slime green opera gloves and a sparkly diamond necklace. Her wild mane of bouncy red curls was partially pinned back while the rest flowed down her back. As for makeup, the Missouri native sported both cobalt blue eyeshadow topped with glitter for the latest stop on the Midwest Princess Tour, which kicked off in September 2023. Roan's guitarist, bass player and drummer were dressed similarly to her in camouflage outfits of their own. Roan's high-energy show on Tuesday comes 5 days after she pulled out of All Things Go musical festival, which included scheduled shows in New York City on Saturday, September 28, and Columbia, Maryland outside Washington, D.C. on Sunday, September 29. However, the star revealed to fans last Friday that she would not be taking to the stage, writing in an Instagram post, "I apologize to people who have been waiting to see me in NYC and DC this weekend at All Things Go, but I am unable to perform. Things have gotten overwhelming over the past few weeks and I am really feeling it. I feel pressures to prioritize a lot of things right now and I need a few days to prioritize my health. I want to be present when I perform and give the best shows possible. Thank you for understanding. Be back soon, socks." Her last-minute festival cancellation came after she clarified her stance on the upcoming 2024 U.S. presidential election after garnering backlash for not endorsing a candidate. The Good Luck, Babe songstress took to her TikTok page last Tuesday to explain that her past comments were taken out of context. The star was slammed by fans after she failed to endorse Harris over Donald Trump during a recent interview with The Guardian and stated there's problems on both sides. At one point during the nearly 3-minute video, Roan expressed, "Hear it from my mouth, if you're still wondering. No, I'm not voting for Trump. And yes, I will always question those in power and those making decisions over other people, and I will stand up for what's right and what I believe in, and it's always at the forefront of my project." She also explained, "I have encouraged people to use critical thinking skills, learn about what they're voting for, learn about who they're voting for, and ask questions, and it's being completely taken out of context, per usual. There is nuance in what I say in interviews, and I think it's important that people use critical thinking." Chappell added, "I think it's important for me to question authority and question world leaders, and question myself, question my algorithm, question if some person that tweeted something about someone else is even true. It's important to question because that's how I think we move forward. The performer continued, "This is my third election in voting and the world is changing so rapidly. And I want to be part of the generation that changes things for good." Roan then told her followers, "If you come to my shows, if you read my full interviews, if you literally know anything about what I stand for, you know that this is not lip service. This is not virtue signaling, that my actions have always paved the way for my project and the people who really know me." She further explained, "Actions speak louder than words and actions speak louder than an endorsement." The TikTok clip, which has currently raked in 2.2 million views, comes after the singer drew ire from fans after she failed to endorse either candidate in an interview with The Guardian published last week on Friday. Roan said, "I have so many issues with our government in every way. There are so many things that I would want to change." She added she doesn't feel pressured to endorse someone because there's problems on both sides. "I encourage people to use your critical thinking skills. Use your vote. Vote small, vote for what's going on in your city." She added her top issue is trans rights because they cannot have cis people making decisions for trans people, period. Fans took to X to reveal their disappointment over her decision, saying, "I love Chappell, but this one has been tough to get over because it's so uneducated." Another wrote, "Every time Chappell opens her mouth again, she gets worse and worse. How can you be part of the LGBTQ plus community and have tone deaf he like this to say so loudly?" Chappell could word it this way differently and it would have helped her case a lot, while another penned, "This is very disappointing." Others came out in defense of the star, writing, "The internet needs to leave Chappell alone. She literally didn't say anything wrong. And I'm so G done with the Chappell hate." Harris has previously shown herself to be a fan of Roan and used her track titled "Femininomenon" in a campaign video. In June, Roan told the crowd at a Governor's Ball festival in New York that she had declined an invitation to perform at a White House Pride event. She said, "We want liberty, justice, and freedom for all. When you do that, that's when I'll come." Singer Billie Eilish and her brother and collaborator Phineas O'Connell announced they are backing Kamala Harris for president in the 2024 election last week. Meanwhile, Trump has received a controversial endorsement from NFL.ag, Brittany Mahomes. And most recently, motorsports legend Danica Patrick also revealed her endorsement for Trump. Roan recently threatened to quit the industry over unwanted attention. Chappell, who has been attending therapy sessions twice a week to deal with her new celebrity status, recently admitted her depression diagnosis came as a shock because she doesn't actually feel sad.